Let's see how much Oscar Isaac really earned throughout their entire career. Our story begins in 1998 with a film called Illtown, where a young Oscar Isaac earned just $148 for a minor role. Yes, you read that right, $148. This was based on the Screen Actors Guild day rate of about $100 per day, and Isaac likely worked about 1.5 days on this low-budget indie. He was essentially an extra, getting the same pay as teenage background actors in 90s independent films. No bonus, no back-end deal, just a couple $100 and a credit to his name. Fast forward 4 years to 2002, and things hadn't improved much. In All About the Benjamins, an action comedy starring Ice Cube, Isaac earned $2,000 for an unspecified supporting role. He was working at SAG day rates, about $150 per day for roughly 13 days of work. Still scraping by, still paying his dues. Here's something wild about this period. Ice Cube's co-stars were often working at scale too, meaning even in a studio action movie, if you weren't a name, you weren't getting rich. Then came 2006, and Oscar Isaac's first real payday. The Nativity Story cast him as Joseph, the lead role in a $30 million biblical drama from New Line Cinema. For this, Isaac earned $30,000 plus a minor profit share that netted him about another 10 grand. Now, this might not sound like much, but consider this. His co-star Keisha Castle Hughes, who had been nominated for an Oscar just a few years earlier, only made $100,000. The Nativity Story was a major test for Isaac, carrying a religious epic on his shoulders, and while the pay was modest, it proved he could lead a film. That same year, Isaac appeared in an episode of Law & Order: Criminal Intent, earning $5,000 based on the SAG television guest rate. One-off procedural appearances were standard work for rising actors, and this was purely a paycheck gig. In 2007, Isaac landed The Life Before Her Eyes, an indie drama with a $4 million budget, and this time the pay was confirmed, $30,000. He worked about 10 weeks on the film at SAG weekly rates. The movie itself became a cult curiosity, with Uma Thurman in the lead, but it was another stepping stone for Isaac, another credit building his resume. 2008 was a busy year. First came Che, Steven Soderbergh's ambitious 4-hour epic about Che Guevara, where Isaac played a United Nations interpreter. The pay? $30,000, confirmed by industry sources. Soderbergh's indie approach meant everyone worked at SAG scale, but the prestige of working with a director of his caliber was the real currency. Later that year, Isaac appeared in Ridley Scott's Body of Lies alongside Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe. Despite the $60 million budget, Isaac's supporting role earned him just $30,000. This was comparable to what early DiCaprio co-stars made before they became names themselves, proving that in Hollywood, screen time matters more than the overall budget when you're not yet a star. 2009 brought 2 more projects. Agora, a historical epic, paid Isaac $60,000 for a supporting role. He worked 70 days at about $850 per day. Lead actress Rachel Weisz commanded $500,000 for the film, with supporting players like Isaac earning roughly 10% of that. Then came Balibo, an Australian indie where Isaac played Jose Ramos Horta in a lead role. Another $60,000. These international productions paid SAG equivalent minimums, but Isaac was consistently working, consistently building his craft. In 2010, Oscar Isaac joined the cast of Robin Hood, Ridley Scott's $200 million medieval epic starring Russell Crowe. Playing King John, Isaac earned $130,000, his biggest payday yet, plus a minor profit share that added another 20 grand when the film grossed $100 million. This was the kind of supporting role that put you on the map. Other actors in the Crowe ensemble were making between $100,000 and $150,000, and Isaac was right in that range. The floodgates opened in 2011. Isaac appeared in Sucker Punch, Zack Snyder's visually ambitious action fantasy, earning $50,000 as an asylum orderly. He followed that with W.E., Madonna's directorial effort about Wallace Simpson, for another $50,000. Then came 10 Years, an indie ensemble piece where he played a musician for $50,000. These films showed Isaac's range, from big-budget spectacle to intimate character studies, but the real gem of 2011 was Drive. For this now iconic neo-noir thriller, Isaac earned $80,000 in a supporting role. Here's what most people don't know. Drive had a tiny budget and no one expected it to become the cult phenomenon it did. The film's style and violence divided audiences initially, but Isaac's small role in a modern classic would look better and better on his resume as the years went on. 2012 was another 4-film year. For Greater Glory, a historical drama with a $34 million budget, paid $50,000. Revenge for Jolly, a low-budget dark comedy, earned him just $20,000 for playing the main character's cousin. Then came The Bourne Legacy, where despite the film's $125 million budget, Isaac's brief appearance as a brainwashed assassin earned him only $10,000. It was essentially a cameo. He rounded out the year with Won't Back Down, another $30,000 supporting role. But 2013 changed everything. Inside Llewyn Davis, the Coen brothers' melancholic masterpiece about a struggling folk singer in 1960s New York, gave Oscar Isaac the lead role that would define his career. His pay: $80,000. That's it. For carrying an entire Coen brothers film, for learning guitar and performing all the music himself, for delivering what many consider one of the decade's finest performances, Isaac made $80,000. The film had a $30 million budget, but the Coens are notorious for paying modest salaries while delivering career-defining roles. Inside Llewyn Davis earned Isaac critical acclaim and completely transformed how Hollywood viewed him. Suddenly, he wasn't just another working actor, he was a leading man. That same year, he also starred in Secret, an indie thriller where he made $50,000, but it was Llewyn Davis that mattered. In 2014, Isaac continued his indie streak with A Most Violent Year, playing Abel Morales in J.C. Chandor's crime drama. His estimated pay jumped to $100,000, reflecting his post-breakthrough status. This was an A24 production with a $20 million budget, and Isaac was now commanding the same rates as his co-star Jessica Chastain, who typically earned between $100,000 and $150,000 for similar indies. He also starred in The Two Faces of January, a period thriller, for another $100,000. Then came 2015, and everything exploded. First, Ex Machina. This low-budget sci-fi thriller with just $15 million behind it became a massive critical and commercial success, earning Isaac $1 million to play the manipulative tech genius Nathan Bateman. Industry sources initially reported higher figures, but comparables suggest this was likely closer to $300,000 upfront with significant back-end bonuses when the film grossed $36 million worldwide. Isaac's performance as the charismatic, unsettling CEO became instantly iconic, but Ex Machina was just the warm-up. That same year, Isaac joined the Star Wars universe as Poe Dameron in The Force Awakens. His pay for this world-changing role? $800,000, confirmed by Variety as a mid-to-high six-figure deal. Some sources inflated this to over $2 million, but the reality is that for his first Star Wars outing, Isaac made $800,000 plus residuals that would eventually add another $500,000 as the film became a cultural phenomenon. Also in 2015, Isaac starred in Show Me a Hero, an HBO miniseries, earning $120,000 at $20,000 per episode for 6 episodes. By 2016, Oscar Isaac had become a genuine movie star, and his salary reflected it. X-Men: Apocalypse, where he played the titular villain under layers of makeup and prosthetics, earned him $4 million. Various sources reported between $2 and $6 million, but given the film's $178 million budget and comparisons to co-star Michael Fassbender's $12 million payday, $4 million is the most accurate estimate. Plus, when the film grossed $544 million worldwide, Isaac's profit participation added another million to his bank account. That same year, he starred in The Promise, a historical drama, for $500,000. In 2017, Isaac returned to the Star Wars galaxy for The Last Jedi, and his salary had jumped to $2 million, comparable to what Adam Driver was earning for his Kylo Ren role. The film's success added another million in residuals. He also appeared in Suburbicon, the Coen brothers and George Clooney collaboration, earning $1 million for a supporting role. His Star Wars fame had created a new pay scale for all his work. 2018 was Isaac's busiest year yet. Annihilation, the sci-fi thriller with Natalie Portman, paid him $1 million. Operation Finale, a Netflix film where he played Nazi hunter Peter Malkin and served as a producer, earned him $2 million plus a $500,000 back end. At Eternity's Gate, an art biopic with Willem Dafoe, paid $500,000. Life Itself, an Amazon drama, brought in another million. And then there was Spider-Man: Into the Spider-Verse, where Isaac voiced a character in the post-credits scene for just $10,000. The union voice rate. Sometimes even stars take scale for a cool project. In 2019, Isaac closed out the Star Wars sequel trilogy with The Rise of Skywalker, earning $4 million plus $2 million in residuals. He also starred in Triple Frontier, a Netflix action film, for $2 million, and voiced Gomez Addams in the Addams Family animated feature for $500,000. The pandemic year of 2020 saw Isaac take on The Letter Room, a Netflix short film where he served as executive producer and lead actor, earning $50,000. It was a passion project, not a payday. 2021 brought 3 significant significant projects. Scenes from a Marriage, the HBO Prestige miniseries, paid $400,000 at $80,000 per episode. The Card Counter, an indie thriller from Paul Schrader, earned $500,000. And then came Dune. Denis Villeneuve's epic adaptation cast Isaac as Duke Leto Atreides, and while some sources suggested he made far more, the most reliable estimates put his salary at $400,000. However, when Dune grossed $400 million worldwide, his profit participation added another $500,000. He also returned as Gomez Addams for The Addams Family 2, earning $750,000, a 50% bump from the first film. 2022 brought Oscar Isaac into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with Moon Knight, a Disney Plus miniseries where he played the lead role with multiple personalities. His pay was confirmed at $6 million, $1 million per episode for 6 episodes, the standard MCU lead rate. The show's streaming success added an estimated $2 million more in profit participation, making this Isaac's single biggest payday to date. He also appeared briefly in Big Gold Brick, an indie film, for $100,000. In 2023, Isaac reprised his role as Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099 in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, earning $40,000 as a supporting voice role. It was confirmed by industry sources as the standard voice supporting rate. Looking ahead to 2025, Isaac has 3 major projects lined up. The King of Kings, an animated biblical epic where he voices Jesus Christ, is estimated to pay $1 million. In The Hand of Dante, a mid-budget drama, will earn him $2 million. And the big one? Frankenstein, a Netflix production where Isaac plays Victor Frankenstein, carrying an $8 million salary plus an estimated $2 million back end. This puts him firmly in the A-list tier alongside his Star Wars and Marvel contemporaries. Finally, the 2027 release, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, has Isaac set to return as Miguel O'Hara with an estimated $100,000 payday, reflecting the sequel bump from his $40,000 rate in the previous film. So let's add it all up. From that $148 debut in Illtown to his upcoming Frankenstein payday, Oscar Isaac's total confirmed and estimated career earnings come to approximately $65 million.